Powered by Riverside.
Hey, welcome to Blue Jay Banner. It's Wednesday morning, and we're one day closer to the whole big shebang kicking off. We had some games last night, but we're going to continue on with our bracket prediction segments. We've got a couple people on today, 3 actually, and we're going to kick it off with Dave Ullman, my partner and boss over at Bracketville. He did another outstanding job this year. Hello, David.
Hello, Tim. How are you?
Very good, very good, very good. We're one day away from the 64 kicking off, right?
The real tournament.
The real tournament. Right.
For those of us that old school, we always had to wait till Thursday. So that noon game or 12:15 game on Thursday was always kind of the start of the madness. So it kind of still has that ring to me.
Yes. And that would be yeah, no doubt. All right. Let me pull up your spreadsheet. All right. For those of you who haven't watched any of these, what have you been doing? You're missing out on some great information from these guys. We're going to start. We're just going to whip down the round of 32. Just give me upsets, which means 9 through 16 seeds winning a game, and then we'll get into the 16, 8, 4, and work our way down. We'll go through these rather rapidly. So we're going to start in the East, Dave. What upsets you got in that East bracket in the round of 32?
Well, I think right out of the gate, probably the easy pick for me potentially is an upset is South Florida over Louisville. South Florida's kind of been on a heater to close the season, playing really well. I think also that the status of Michael Brown Jr., even though he's supposed to play, is unknown. I think those two factors together give, if you're looking for a 6 over 11, that would be a really good option.
All righty. We have it. All right. So that's it.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of favor TCU over Ohio State, but that's, I don't know, an 8-9 game is really an upset. So
Well, but in our process, that would be an upset. So you have TCU, not Ohio State?
yes.
Okay, because I have these all set up like the better seed wins all the games. So I got to know which way you're going.
Gotcha.
All right. So let's go to Duke TCU. Who you got winning that one?
Duke.
How about Kansas and St. John's?
I'm going to go with St. John's.
Man, this is the most popular 5-seed win I've ever seen. Everybody's picking St. John's.
And it probably has more to do with the fact that we've just seen Kansas be so all over the place.
Yep.
That it's hard to feel really confident that they're going to put 2 really quality games together back to back.
And St. John's looking good too.
Yes.
Yep. UCF and Michigan State.
Michigan State moving on.
All right. And then UCLA, UConn.
I'm going with an upset here and going with UCLA.
Oh, wow. He listened to some national guy I heard say he wanted this game too. All right. Michigan State and UCLA. Who's going to win?
Michigan State.
All right. And then at the top, we got Duke and St. John's.
Duke.
All right. And Duke and Michigan State.
I will take Duke to the Final Four.
All righty. Very good. And we will pencil them in here in our Final Four bracket. All right. Let's move. Let's just go down to the Florida Regional in the South. Any upsets 9 through 16 in the round of 32?
Yeah, I would have Iowa over Clemson.
Okay. He likes Sturts, apparently.
And also Clemson has a little injury issue going on. And I'll take VCU over North Carolina.
Okay.
Another 6-11.
I think everyone has picked VCU so far. All right.
And the rest
Anything
of
else?
them in that round look pretty good to me. I'll take St. Mary's to beat Texas A&M.
All right. Well, let's go to Florida, Iowa.
Florida.
And then Nebraska, Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt to take out Nebraska.
A very popular pick as well.
I'll take Illinois to beat VCU and Houston to beat St. Mary's.
All righty. We're good there. So let's move up for the second time in a week. Florida and Vandy.
and
Square
Florida
off.
will not lose this time, so Florida is on.
I agree with you 100%.
And then
I feel
Houston
sorry for Vandy. They got a tough draw. They had Nebraska and then Florida. That's tough. And
and
McNeese.
is
Yeah.
I think in what could be potentially a really good game, I will take Houston over Illinois,
Okay.
and then I will take Houston over Florida into the Final Four.
Will you read my bracket I just filled out a little bit ago? That's what I did. All right. Very good. So we have Houston and Duke in there so far. And let's move to Arizona.
Okay, I've got Utah State over Villanova. Another 9 over an 8. I seems to be
Or
a theme.
Villanova. Nobody's giving them any love.
As
All right.
tempted as I was, I'm sticking with Wisconsin and Arkansas to win, and BYU to beat either NC State or Texas.
All right.
And then I do not have an upset in the round of 32 there.
So you have
Other than
Miami.
yep,
All right. Arizona, Utah State,
Arizona.
Arkansas, Wisconsin.
It's hard to bet against Darius Acuff right now in Arkansas, so I'm going with the Hogs.
Can I use my favorite saying I've used 40 times already on these podcasts?
Sure.
You can build a highway with the ripped up brackets I've had not taking Wisconsin into the round of 16 over
There
the
you
years.
go.
BYU, Gonzaga.
I'll take the Zags. I think they're kind of quietly forgotten about.
Do you know, I asked somebody else, do you know Huff's availability?
I don't. I have not heard for certain, and I
I
think
haven't heard anything. And I know originally they said, yeah, we think he'll be back for the NCAA tournament.
and this is kind of like the what do they call this, Tim, when they have that period of the in the NFL when nobody comments on the status.
Yeah.
Um, and I'm going to take Purdue over Miami,
Okay.
and this
How
is
about
probably going to be my chalkiest region, but I'm going to go with Arizona beating Arkansas and Purdue beating Gonzaga,
okay.
and then I'm going to go with Arizona over Purdue.
I have not seen anyone yet not take Arizona. They are the prohibitive favorite. All right. Let's go down to a bracket, a regional that I find rather interesting.
Yes.
Any upsets here?
I am not going to take any in the first round because I'm actually going with 8-seeded Georgia this time and over St. Louis.
All right.
I will take Texas Tech to beat Alabama in round 2.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I guess we've had that one before.
Yeah. And I'm going to take Tennessee to beat Virginia.
I like it. I have that in several of my brackets, although I threw a flyer in there. I took Great State in one game. Just
You're not the single bracket of integrity, Tim.
well, I'm entered into 3 contests, so and they each score a little bit differently.
Yeah.
The one is weighted it keeps doubling, so it's weighted way heavier. So you really got to have mostly chalk in the Elite 8 line of, otherwise you're going to lose points if you don't.
Yeah. I mean,
So
unless
I'm
because the thing of it is in those kind of pools, if you can pick the upset, you can really get a lead on people. But if you
sure
pick the wrong one, then you're, down the drain twice.
it wipes out your whole bracket,
Yeah.
know? Yeah. Yeah. So
So
I
again,
was careful. There was one that was scored what I consider normally it goes 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then they go up to like 6 and 10. That's fine. I'm fine with that. I think you got to give. I don't like getting it weighted so heavily by the time you're in the Sweet 16 because that
So
takes
your first
away.
round games don't really matter. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. You got me.
But anyway, I have one where I go fairly close to the vest for that reason, and then I usually have something else where I'll just, pick a little more fun because it's so fun either way.
You mean like the guy in Bracket Matrix who finished last? And I clicked on his website and it said, we finished 3rd to last year, but we want to because we are picking the games. And then he began the analogy. if we have a team seeded 8th and the committee has them seeded 10th and they get, say, to the Elite 8, then we were right. I go, no, you weren't.
But anyway, I
Oh,
like to
boy.
take a flyer here or there, but again, it depends on what your goal is. If you like to have fun with it and take a risk and be able to say, I got the big upset, then um, to do it. But anyway, I'm going to go with the Iowa State over Kentucky.
Okay.
And then I am going to go with Michigan over Texas Tech
Okay.
and Iowa State over Tennessee.
Okay.
And I will think that Michigan's going to find its answer and get to the Final Four, and Michigan over Iowa State.
Wow. Okay. So you went really chalky. 3 1s and a 2. All right. We got Duke and Houston.
I will take Houston.
There's where they lose. Oops. All righty.
Houston gets a second dose of knocking out Duke.
And Arizona, Michigan.
I will take Arizona.
And
And I
Arizona,
will take
Houston to meet again.
Arizona to win it all.
There we are. Well, that's wonderful, Dave.
But I'll tell you, I had a really hard time because there's a part of me that wanted to go ahead and go with Iowa State, and then we just repeat the Big 12 tournament. Because who doesn't want to see Iowa State and
No.
Arizona play again, right?
Yeah, I did that. I did that one too. I got to that point and I'm like, no, no. I mean, it would be awesome. Like we said, it would be awesome if Arizona and Iowa State played each other.
Yeah.
I just feel bad for St. John's and UConn are in the same region, and I feel bad for Vanderbilt having to play Florida right away again, potentially.
Yeah, and and I'll also say this: I think sometimes this is where your placement makes a big difference. Like, to me, with Wisconsin's guards, I mean, if they get hot, they can play with anybody. But
Yeah.
Arizona's just been so consistently good all year, and they can score outside, they can dominate inside. They're just so strong. I just don't know that they could put up enough points to the 2 guards to just overcome
Yeah.
that kind of a thing. I mean, and again, to me, I realize that sometimes it can be risky betting on a hot team, but if Arkansas were in a different region and not Arizona, I could think that A Cup is one of those players just like a DeBonsa or somebody that could get really hot and just carry a team like he did in the SEC tournament,
Yeah.
to the
And
Elite Eight or whatever. But
the problem with us is we're old, and I keep having this in the back of my mind that one year that Arizona was just so dominant many years
lost
ago,
early.
and they got knocked out, I think, by Utah, I think. I'm just
I know
like,
it is the scary proposition. So I have, a couple more days before I have to put it down in ink rather than pencil. But I've kind of been on Arizona as I think the team that's going to be hardest to knock out. Let's just say that.
Well, I mean, last weekend we had the 4 teams on display, so you could kind of see them. It was good. They all went fairly far in their conference tournament, so we got a chance to see them and how did they match up, and yeah.
Yeah,
It was
and
very
that's the
interesting.
thing. I mean, I look at Houston you have to beat Houston to knock them out,
Yep.
right? And Arizona they haven't lost a big game all year. Neither has Houston. All these other contenders well, I guess Michigan hasn't either, really. But a lot of the other contender and Duke hasn't. But some of the other ones have had an occasional blip here or there where they just didn't look so great, and that always makes me a little nervous over a 6-game span.
Yeah. It's weird how the perception is right now. You're perceiving Duke and Michigan. You're perceiving like they have 8 losses.
Yeah.
They don't.
No. That's what I'm saying. But I mean, throughout the year, neither of those teams had like one of those games that you're just like, ugh, what happened to
Yeah.
them?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Well, I guess Michigan. Yeah. Michigan had one against Wisconsin. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, they didn't have a great game, but it's not like they got,
That kind of got Wisconsin rolling, actually.
yeah, they didn't lose like they didn't lose these games by like, they didn't have one of those 18 or 20-point losses like or a loss to a real
Yeah.
non-contender. So,
David, tell everybody what's going on at Bracketville.
well, hey, we've got up today, and you can look at it. We got a little breakdown on each region, kind of a little fun Bracketville nugget, sort of a favorite, a dark horse, a bracket buster potential team. Just some little goodies, quick stuff. It's a quick read for each region. So hopefully you take a look at that and have a little fun. And then we'll be back with something kind of when we get to the Sweet 16, kind of a reset each region and have a little thought at that point. And maybe we'll have, a 12 seed or something in there to take a look at.
Yeah.
But
And
on that, if you had there's always the 12 over 5, and I did not pick any tonight. So what's your 12 over 5
it's
choice?
very difficult. I normally, if High Point wasn't against Wisconsin, I would have taken them in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
The thing this year, 5's like Vanderbilt, Wisconsin, strong St. John's. I mean, those are teams that could go the Final Four. So it's not like a normal year when you kind of got some iffy teams in that 5 slot. You don't this year.
Yeah, no,
I think that's the biggest thing. I mean, everybody loves Vandy moving them along, but McNeese could win that game.
yeah. I mean, if you were gonna put my feet to the fire, I think the two, obviously the High Point could be one if they can turn Wisconsin over. But I think McNeese could be dangerous for Vandy. And it's for the Northern Iowa. As we put it in our nugget today, they won at least one game in their last 3 NCAA tournament appearances. It just comes down to if St. John's can turn them over and just get out and move and dominate the glass, I don't think it'll be close.
Their guards are going to have a problem.
But
they're big enough inside. I mean, not to handle edge of 4, but to hold their own kind of. But yeah,
I mean, it's going to have to
I
be
guess,
one
I
of
guess
those.
Akron's really good, and Texas Tech we don't know, so that could be the big one, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I think if Christian Anderson's injury is 90% or better, I think Tech wins that game. But
Yeah,
if he's much more hampered than they lead on, also down topping, then yeah, Texas Tech becomes vulnerable for sure.
All right, David. We have to move along, get to the next person. Thank you very, very, very much.
All right, Tim, thank you.
We'll be talking to you soon. Thanks, David. That's Dave Ullman of Bracketville. He's the best, man. Check all his stuff out. All right. Up next, Heath will be up next. But before he joins, let's give a shout out to Infusion Brewing Company. Go to infusionbrewing.com. Check out their hours for their tasting room and anything else that they have over there. They've got great pizza on Thursday, Friday, Saturday nights in their tasting room, and delicious snacks. And they've got some great beers going on, and they've got their summer beers ready to roll right now. So go and get a flight, taste them, and check them all out. That's Infusion Brewing, 6271 South 118th Street. They've been a great sponsor for us, and we really appreciate them. And thanks so much for their efforts, as well as another great sponsor, RTI Threads. Talked to Katie today, as a fact, from RTI Threads. Go to rtithreads.com. Check out everything they have to offer. They've got tons of Creighton gear. And not only that, but other teams. And if you're looking to get gear for your company, it's a great place to go and get gear for your company. So check them out. That's rtithreads.com. And you can order up stuff. They'll get it shipped out ASAP. Thank you so much to RTI Threads, Infusion Brewing, and also, obviously, Vino Mas. Great place to go have a glass of wine. So check them out. That's RTI Threads, Vino Mas, and Infusion Brewing. And then we're going to bring the inventor of Blue Jay Banter, Mr. Heath Gunderson.
Hello, Timothy.
Not often you have the inventor of something on your show, but there he is.
I don't know if inventing is really the word, maybe more the idea behind it. I don't know about inventing.
Well, you invented the name,
True.
and then you weren't satisfied with it. I'm like, oh God, that's golden.
Yeah, but inventors a little bit. I didn't change the world in a good way, I don't think.
Thanks, Heath.
All right, so what are we doing today? You're going to listen to
Hey,
me
Heath,
make...
did you see my bracket? Did you see my bracket this year?
No, how'd you do?
14th out of 290.
Nice. Is that your farewell ceremony? Is that your kiss goodbye or what?
Well, we just got my boss over at Bracketville off of here, so yeah, it's a good thing you said it now after he leaves because that would have been bad. I'm not sure. Not sure. I got to say this: if Dave at the NCAA, because they're back doing the mock selections again, if he would involve me in that, I'd be in for another year. But yeah, we'll wait and see. All right. Yeah, so I'm going to pull up your sheet here. Just give me a second. And there it is.
I want to go ahead and throw
we-
a PSA out there that no one should listen to what I'm about to say or my picks because I don't have the college basketball knowledge I used to.
Yeah, well, we'll see. So I've pre-filled the bracket out with all the higher seeds winning, okay?
Okay.
So we're just going to talk about upsets when we get into these rounds, okay? And the upset would be a 9 seed all the way down to 16 winning that game, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Let me pull up my bracket. Hold on 1 second.
We're going to start with the Duke region, the East region, okay?
All right.
And do you have any upsets in that first round of 32 in that region?
I mean, in the round of 30 or 32, I mean,
the first games, yeah.
Yeah, I mean TCU has a 9, which meh.
Okay, that counts. That counts in our procedure. So,
okay,
all right.
St. John's over Kansas.
Oh, hold on, we're not there yet.
Oh, my bad.
We're just picking Kansas, Cal, those games.
Okay.
Anyone else?
All right, let's see. South Florida over Louisville.
I think everyone has picked that so far.
Pretty much, yeah. I'm taking Central Florida over UCLA.
Yeah, I think that's a good pick. A lot of people think UCLA is going to beat UConn. I don't think they're getting out of that first game.
Yeah, and you also know that what's-his-face, Cronin, is probably my second least favorite coach in the country, so I'm always picking against him.
This is so funny. Heath, because just the other day I'm telling somebody they were showing me something he'd done, and they were like, God, this guy is such a... And I go, I'm on an island of one here, but I kind of enjoy him.
You enjoy Mick Cronin?
He's got a dry sense of humor. He's a lot of people don't get some of the funny things he said, but like the other day, he kind of went after a guy in the press conference, and he should, because the guy asked a stupid question. A lot of coaches will just go, well, no, he goes, what do you mean I learn? This is the Big Ten tournament. What the hell am I going to learn from my team at this point? I mean, he's right. Like,
okay,
silly.
2 things. Number one, you being on an island, it doesn't surprise me one bit because you also enjoyed Bill Walton's commentary, which is atrocious. Great guy.
I miss him so much.
Commentary was atrocious. Great human being.
I haven't watched a late night game in forever just because he's not on anymore.
Second of all, I don't care about how he was with the media. I can't stand to watch a clown on the sideline. All right.
Oh yeah.
And I've been watching a clown here in around Tempe, Arizona for years who doesn't win basketball games and was a clown on the sideline. So I can't watch Mick Cronin. All right. That's just, that's it. All right. So where are we at?
I did see a cool picture. It was when Rick Pitino was at Louisville. It was him, and on his staff was Kevin Willard and Mick Cronin.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. All right. So we're Duke TCU.
Mm-hmm.
You got Duke?
I got Duke there. And like I said, I got St. John's beating Kansas.
Everybody does so far. Crazy. I'm surprised everyone does, but everyone does. South Florida, Michigan State.
Michigan State.
And then UConn, UCF.
UConn, yeah.
All right. Now we get into the Sweet 16. We got, that was the Sweet 16. No, the Sweet 16. Duke and St. John's.
I have St. John's.
All right. I think only one person's taken Duke so far.
Well, I have not. I don't know. Cameron Boozer, I don't understand how they think he's going to be a top 5 pick. every game I've watched of theirs, I've never been super impressed. So, and St. John's is looking good right now.
They are. Michigan State, UConn.
And I'm kind of going with the complete opposite logic on that. UConn looks like crap right now, but I expect Bobby Hurley to get that put back together. That's a veteran team, so I have UConn.
Well, did you hear what he said?
I did not.
You mean Danny Hurley? You said Bobby.
Oh yeah, sorry. I got Bobby stupid on the brain. So
yeah, and the press conference after they lost to St. John's the Beast tournament, he goes, I'm not going to go in there and scream and yell because we play non-conference games great, and our team believes that, and so we're ready for the NCAA tournament.
I could see that.
Yeah?
I could see that.
St. John's, UConn, number 4.
Oh, well, number 4. What do you mean?
Well, it's the 4th time they met.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were asking me for my pick yet.
I am.
Okay, I'm taking UConn.
I like it, Heath. I like it a lot.
Okay. That is the only Big East team I've got making the Final Four.
Well, since the 2 best are knocked out. All right. Let's go down to the South.
All right. So I've got Iowa beating Clemson.
You do?
Yeah.
Thought you didn't like Iowa.
No, you don't like Iowa.
Oh, I don't mind them.
I mean, they're not going far, but,
Who else you got?
I got VCU beating North Carolina.
Everybody's got that one.
North Carolina's beat up right now.
I know, but watch North Carolina win by 20. That's usually what happens.
I got
else?
A&M beating St. Mary's.
That's a good pick, Heath.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right.
Yeah, so I
don't have
you
Nebraska
can leave that
going
as
on?
is. I've got Houston all the way to the Final Four. So
you don't have Nebraska going out in the first round?
I don't. I wanted to, but
Troy's got some rebounders and they struggle rebounding.
Yeah, that's their biggest weakness. There's no doubt about that.
The other thing, Troy can't hit threes. That if they could hit threes, I'd be all over them.
No, I have Nebraska losing to Vanderbilt.
Okay, fair.
Yeah. But
although
man, would it be funny if they lost to Troy?
I'm going to say it right now. I think they can struggle against McNeese. McNeese is pretty good.
It would be absolutely comical if they did lose to Troy, though. That.
Oh, that would be, that'd be epic. Illinois, you got VCU. Illinois beating VCU.
Yes, I do.
And then you got Houston. You got Houston winning that one. You got Houston beating Florida. Then I take it.
Yeah. That game's in Houston. Yeah, I'm taking Houston.
As I've said a million times while we've been doing these brackets, rarely does the home team, whatever you want to call it, rarely does that work out, oddly enough. So
we shall see. I also think Houston's a really good team.
Well, Houston's good. Houston's really good. I mean, it's probably you don't want to ever play Houston. You know what I mean? You just don't want to. Samson, the way they play basketball, they just frustrate the hell out of you. All right, let's go to the West.
So got Arizona, got Utah State instead of Nova, which is not a big deal. Got Wisconsin and Arkansas. We got BYU, Gonzaga. But I've got Missouri beating Miami.
I like that pick too. I think Missouri's actually pretty good.
Yeah, and that game's in St. Louis. That's going to be a home game for them.
They need to be spurred. They play good at home, so I think maybe their crowd will help them a little bit.
Yeah, that's going to be a home game for them. It's kind of BS, but I don't think that's enough to get past Purdue. So
yeah, okay. Arizona, Arkansas.
I've got. Let me see. I've got Arizona in that one.
And then you said Purdue beating Zaga.
I got Purdue beating Zaga. Yeah.
Or Missouri.
I wanted to take Gonzaga, but I don't.
You got Purdue beating Missouri.
Yeah.
And you got Zaga beating BYU, right? I'm jumping ahead a little bit. Sorry.
Yeah.
You had Arkansas beating Wisconsin?
No, I had Wisconsin beating Arkansas.
Okay. Good move there.
I really wanted to pick Gonzaga to beat Purdue, but they're not 100%, so I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you heard? I'm asking everybody. Nobody's heard. Have you heard about that Huff? Is he just out?
I don't know.
He's supposed to play. Yeah. Okay. All right. Arizona, Purdue.
I've got Purdue.
Whoa. Okay. There's an upset. Most people picking Arizona.
Take a quick pause and tell you a quick story here?
Sure.
My boss is a huge Michigan fan. He knows I absolutely despise Arizona as an Arizona State fan. And so he does a bracket, and whoever he randomly assigns teams to people on our team. There's 25 people, so everybody gets two teams or 3 teams. And you get a championship bell if your team wins, and it's supposed to be assigned at random. And he gave me Arizona just because he knows I hate Arizona. And if they win the championship, I'm literally going to have this stupid championship belt in my office for the entire year, reminding me that Arizona won the national championship. So,
oh wow, that is a good story.
Jerk move by that guy.
Thing. By the way, you've got 3 2s. Very interesting. Probably better than having a lot of 1s. Actually,
I'm not done.
Okay, let's go to the Michigan Midwest region.
So I've got Michigan, Georgia. I've got Akron beating Texas Tech.
That's a very good pick.
They are a shell of what they were without Toppin.
All right.
Let's see. I got Tennessee, Virginia. I've got Santa Clara beating Kentucky.
It's not a bad pick.
Let's see.
And you got Iowa State, right?
Yeah, I've got Iowa State in St. Louis. Yeah.
And you have Alabama winning.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
You know, that kid was caught with 900 pounds of pot.
Yeah.
Kicked off the team for now.
Yeah, for now.
Right.
Come on. That's not even illegal where I live.
Yeah, I know. All right. Michigan, Georgia.
I've got Michigan there. I've got Alabama
Okay.
beating Akron.
So the fact that the second leading scorer is off the team doesn't deter you at all.
Nah.
All right.
I've got them playing Akron, so that's why I've got them advancing.
Okay.
Then I've obviously got Michigan beating Alabama.
Hold on. Who you got, Tennessee or Virginia?
Virginia.
And Iowa State over Santa Clara? Okay. And then you've got Michigan, Alabama?
I've got Michigan winning that game.
Okay.
And then I've got Iowa State beating Michigan.
All right. All 2s. Interesting. So, there will not be a rematch of Iowa State, Arizona in your bracket. So, let's go up and see who we got here. All right. So, first of all, we've got UConn and Houston.
Yep. Still going with Houston.
All right. Don't blame me there. Purdue, Iowa State.
I've got Purdue there.
Styles here.
Yeah, I got Purdue.
You like Purdue?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Houston, Purdue.
And then I've got Houston as the national champion.
All right. Any reason why you went with Houston to win it all?
Honestly, it's just the way it came out. I try not to pick a national champion before I fill out the bracket. I feel like whenever I do that, I just start ignoring games, and So I went through the bracket, and that's what I did. That's how I ended up with it.
So you'll enjoy this. So yesterday, as one of many podcasts I did yesterday, I did a tutorial on filling out a bracket. I go, well, here's one strategy you could use that I think is pretty good, because then you don't get lost, and that is, who do you think's going to win? Put them in the winners bracket and move them back all the way through the field. Now you're done with every game they play. Now go through the rest of the field and figure it out.
Plus, another reason I just wanted a little bit out of the box too, because I watched the selection show, and what was it? I think 3 out of the 4 ESPN analysts had Arizona winning it all. It's like, so I wanted to have something different. I like filling out a bracket that's going to be different. It gives you a better chance to win, in my opinion.
Yeah, right. You're right.
Whereas if we're in a pool with 50 people, 25 of them pick Arizona, it's like, okay, now we're just, that 8-9 game I picked is the reason I lost the money, because I hate that,
See, and then I'm in a couple different ones. One that has smaller scoring, which I like 1 point, 2 point next round, 3 points. So those games mean something. But I'm in one that goes 10 points, 20 points, 40 points, 80 points. So the first 2 rounds really don't mean anything as long as you get the next rounds right? So you might as well just pick all upsets and say to hell with it. It ruins it for me.
I agree. And I don't know if it was you and me that joined one time, but there was one where it was like, if you pick a 12 that upsets a 5, you get 7 bonus points. And I'm like, no, nope, I'm out on that crap.
Yeah,
Nope.
yeah, that's crazy. Well, actually, they give you the number of points of the seed.
Oh, okay. See, I thought it was you subtracted the 2, but whatever.
Yeah, no, like
Either
if
way,
they
it
win, you get
was
12.
absolutely ridiculous.
If the 1 wins, you get 1.
Absolutely ridiculous. So
yeah,
if
I mean
Houston,
that incentivizes upsets. You might as well pick all upsets and hope a big number goes a long ways.
Exactly. Which nowadays, with the way the sport is, it's not even designed for upsets anymore. I mean,
right?
You've got a $20 million roster against a $1.5 million roster. Like the days, I heard something on the radio the other day that I really agreed with, and it was, the first round upsets are still going to happen, but what probably isn't going to happen are Cinderella runs anymore, right? I think that and I agreed with that. Teams, a VCU can catch a North Carolina, but when they run into 3 low seed teams, they're not going to beat all 3 of them because of the talent disparity. But I don't know. That's just
I would have to say this. I have to have a few more years play out because this year it just so happens we have a very strong top.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe there's some years like Dave and I were just talking about 5 seeds. We're like, God, I've never seen so many strong 5 seeds that all could get to the Final Four, except for Texas Tech. Really.
Yeah.
I mean,
St. John's as a 5 seed was pretty ridiculous, but whatever.
Yeah. I mean, so it's like that one you were talking about. Like if you took you get the point value of the team that wins. So let's say a 14 wins. Okay. Well, you get 14 points. The guys that have to go the 1, 2s, and 3s all the way through to even catch you after one game.
Yeah, that's why that scoring system is idiotic. Absolutely dumb.
Yeah.
Don't overcomplicate it. All right.
Yeah. So I see kind of the same backgrounds every time I do a podcast. And so today with the different people, I see different backgrounds and I see yours. And I'm like, oh man, that's kind of cool. And I'm looking at it. All of a sudden, about 10 minutes ago, Don's at me goes, oh, I've been in that room a million times. I'm impressed with it.
Yeah, there's my Kyle Korver picture. There's below me, you probably can't see, but Gary Player's autograph. Oh, it's blocked out by the light, but
nice.
You were with me to get that Gary Player autograph.
I was. Did you see my Billy Blue Jay back there?
I do. I've been in that room, that room a few times. So yes.
Hey, Heath, baseball swept this weekend over Tulane. Swept Tulane. Swept them.
Yeah,
Actually were competitive against LSU. They were up 4-1 in the 5th inning. Yeah. All right. Hey, got to run. Got Casey on. Thanks for joining us.
Absolutely.
Hope you win this.
What do I win?
You're gonna need all kinds of. Oh, you're gonna need all kinds of cool stuff.
I can't wait to see what that is.
Autographed memorabilia of people you don't even know. So
okay.
Well,
I do have some spots on the wall. Thanks for having me. See ya.
Have a good day. All right. We're going to jump right in. We're going right with Casey Beck. You may know Casey. He's been on many of our shows after the games. We really appreciate him calling in. How you doing, Case?
Doing good. Just got back from vacation, and tomorrow's
I saw. Hey, I apologize. I got mixed up.
That's
I
all
thought
right.
it was my buddy that moved down to Puerto Vallarta because he hadn't talked to me ever. He usually does it like once a year when Creighton plays. So I thought, oh, it's him. And then it's like, no, that was Casey.
Yeah.
All right. You had a great time?
Great time, man. It was a blast. Now it's back to reality tomorrow. So
Crown in Vegas, Casey.
Well, I already planned my other vacation in June, so I don't know.
And plus, I just discovered today it's Easter weekend, which is not good. So
yeah, it's just tough. I don't know. It's kind of tough, but we'll see.
All right. Hey, so Casey's going to pick his bracket. I've got this all filled out. Like the better seeds are going to win all the games. So all you need to do is tell me the worst seeds, the 9 through 16s you have winning. So on the first round. So we're going to start it off with Duke region. So you got any upsets there in that first round?
I got TCU and South Florida.
Okay. I would say more people have taken TCU than Ohio State, which surprises me a little. And not surprised at all. Everyone has taken South Florida so far.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of crazy in that 6-11, but everybody's picked the same game.
Yeah.
All right, now let's move on to the next round. Duke and TCU.
Duke, of course.
Kansas. This is a tough game to pick. Kansas, St. John's.
I'm going with St. John's.
Everybody has taken St. John's amazingly.
I just think I don't know, whatever's going on there at Kansas. I don't know. They're either on or they're not, but.
So thanks to you guys I'm in 3 different pools, and one of them I did take Kansas because I go, if everybody's picking St. John's, I might pick up some points here.
Yeah.
We have Michigan State and South Florida.
Michigan State.
And then a really good game, UConn, UCLA.
UConn.
All right, UConn, Michigan State.
Sorry, Hurley. I'm going Michigan State.
You don't want to see the 4th iteration of UConn St. John's, huh? All right, Duke
no.
and St. John's.
I know I got the Big East hat on, but I'm going Duke.
All right, so Duke and Michigan State. Now, that would be an interesting matchup.
And I'll go Duke.
All right, Duke wins it. They win the East, and we will put them in the Final Four slot here. All right, now we're going to move down to the South.
Okay.
Florida's region. You got any upsets in that first round?
Oh, I got quite a few here. I got Iowa.
Oh, nice. All right. Iowa is getting more votes than Clemson. That's interesting. All right.
I got Troy.
That a boy. Somebody had to do it.
Hey, Husker fans, remember 2018 when Troy came into Memorial Stadium and put their foot on your throat? Woo! Let's go. VCU and A&M.
VCU. Everyone has taken VCU. And I'd say A&M and A&M and St. Mary's has kind of been split. Maybe A&M a slight advantage. Because you are the last contestant here, so.
I don't know. I think A&M is just more athletic. I mean.
Yeah, they are.
I'm not a huge fan of the West Coast Conference either, so.
And St. Mary's really hadn't played anybody. I mean, they lost twice to Santa Clara.
Yeah.
They did beat Gonzaga once, but, you know. Yeah. All right. Went too far. Sorry. Florida and Troy. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm way too far. Florida and Iowa.
Florida.
Troy and Vandy.
Vandy.
All right. We've got VCU and Illinois.
Going Illinois.
A&M and Houston.
Houston.
All right. How about Houston and Illinois?
Houston.
Vanderbilt, Florida for the second time in a week.
I'm going Florida.
God, it just sucks for Vanderbilt having to play them again.
I know.
You know?
Yeah, it's just
there's no way in hell Florida's going to let them.
No.
Florida, Houston. Oh, wow. What a game.
I'm going Houston. Calvin Sampson going to have some magic. Back to the Final Four.
Had a few Houston picks here to the Final Four.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. That look on Calvin's face when he lost in the Big 12 tournament just said it all. He was just like, okay, I can't wait for next week.
Yeah. No, they'll be ready.
Great coach and great. I got the chance to meet him last year or 2 years ago in Vegas. What a nice guy. What a nice guy. All right. Let's go up to the Arizona region, the West, where we actually have a bunch of Western teams in for a change, which is nice.
Yeah. The only upset in the first round I got, sorry, Nova, I'm taking Utah State.
I think I don't remember a time when we've had so many West. We got Arizona, Utah State, Hawaii, BYU, Gonzaga. No, Gonzaga's not there. Yeah, Gonzaga is.
Yeah, Gonzaga.
I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah.
How many Western teams actually are in the West region? I love it. All right, that's the only one you got?
That's the only one I got.
All right, so you're taking Miami over Missouri.
Yeah, I'm going with Canes.
All right. Arizona, Utah. Boy, that's a matchup when Rick Majerus was coaching Utah and he upset them.
Arizona.
When they were number 1 in the country. Wisconsin, Arkansas.
This was a tough one for me. I'm going Arkansas.
All right. Gonzaga, I'm sorry, I'm way ahead of me here. Arkansas. We got hold on. I got to back up a second. Arkansas, Wisconsin. We got that. BYU, Gonzaga. There we go.
Gonzaga.
And Miami, Purdue.
Purdue.
Purdue and Zaga.
Purdue.
And then Arkansas, Arizona.
Arizona.
So you got the 1s and 2s colliding. Who do you got coming out of there?
Arizona.
Arizona, a very, very, very popular pick. Although my son Heath is just on, he went all 2s in the Final Four. I go, you know what? You might win your bracket doing that.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm just trying to pick some maybe first round upsets here. I got a few. Maybe I can get some points there.
Don't
I don't
lose
know.
too many points. I was saying that the other day. I go, if you're going to pick upsets, it's really dangerous to go a 13 and a 12 in the same grouping, because then if they don't come through, you are screwed.
Yeah.
All right. Upsets in the Midwest in the first round.
I got St. Louis.
Okay.
I got Akron.
Akron's a very popular pick.
With topping out, I mean, I don't know. You have a player of the year out. It's tough to replace that. And then Santa Clara.
Okay. We didn't have any Santa Claras until this show. To the last two people.
I don't know.
All
Kentucky's been a roller coaster, almost like us, and
I know it.
I don't know. Their coach is kind of
I'm
quiet.
just not sure. I love Santa Clara. I'm just not sure they can match up with the size/athleticism of Kentucky. Okay. Michigan, St. Louis.
Michigan.
Alabama, Akron.
Bama.
So you don't care that their second leading scorers in
I
jazz.
just think their matchup, if this happens right, I think they got two decent matchups, even though their guard got suspended or kicked off the team. I don't know if they've really formally said what it is yet, but I think they can make it to the Sweet 16. But then once they hit Michigan, then I don't know.
Nate Oates had a guy shoot somebody, and he still kept him on the team. So there is that.
That program's got all kinds of things going on. It's like a free for all, but that's here and over there, I guess. I'm going. You said Virginia, Iowa State, or Virginia, Tennessee?
I'm sorry, I'm way ahead of myself again. Virginia, Tennessee.
Virginia.
Okay, and then Santa Clara, Iowa State.
And then I'll take Iowa State.
Iowa State, Virginia.
Iowa State.
And then at the top, Michigan and Bama.
Michigan.
All right, so we got another 1-2, Michigan and Iowa State.
I'm taking Michigan.
All right, so let's move up to the Final Four. This is, I think, a different Final Four than we've had, even though we have some chalk there.
Yeah.
Duke and Houston.
I'm going Duke.
Well, you're still riding Duke.
If their center comes back, I mean, I'm telling you, if they might set him a game. I don't know. He's day to day, but he's a matchup nightmare, especially for Zuby.
Yeah.
So, because they're not playing at Madison Square Garden, so it's going to be different.
Arkansas, Michigan. Oh, Arkansas. That's not who you had.
Arizona, Michigan. Arizona.
That would be an upset if you had Arkansas get the Final Four. Although that could happen.
You never know. Calipari with a little magic at the end. Let's go.
All right. Duke, Arizona for the championship.
And I got Arizona winning it.
All right. We have a lot of Arizonas. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
All right. So excited. Are you off Thursday, Friday?
I am not. So, like I said, I just go back to work tomorrow for the first time in a week.
You're getting nothing done. You're getting nothing done, are you?
No, I have something to do tomorrow, and then I'm going to get locked in. So I'll be on the road maybe for a little bit so I can listen to some games. But yeah, I try to get home, watch some games.
All right, Case. Thanks for doing this. Appreciate it.
Hey, thanks for inviting me, man. Appreciate it.
All right. That's Casey Beck. All right. That does it, folks. That is our brackets. Tomorrow, Mike Rochone and myself will be here breaking down the Thursday games. We'll tell you some tips on some upsets, and then we're also going to give you some point spread tips as well. So you want to stay tuned for that. So that's tomorrow. And so can't wait. Thank to all our sponsors, Infusion Brewing, Vino Moss, and RTI Threads. Thanks. Have a great day and